Hi everyone, welcome to my practice. My name is Elise and I am your very happy yoga teacher. I'm always happy teaching. Today you're up for a Hatha Yoga class, so it's gonna be quite slow. There will be no flow, but it doesn't mean that it won't burn a little bit in the legs. I really hope you enjoy it. Go get a sip of water, hop on some comfortable clothes and on your mat, and let's get started. You can come to a comfortable seated position, grab the muscles of your butt, remove it far from the sit bones and really feel a nice anchor here. You can dig sit bones on the floor. You can roll the shoulders up, back and down, opening the chest, and one more time up, back and down. And you can softly close your eyes, just for a moment. Let's get settled on the mat. Forget about everything that happened or didn't happen today. And no need to worry about things that might happen later, as we have no control over the future. The only place and the only time that really matters are here and now. You can connect to your breath. You don't have to do anything, the body is doing it for you. Just observe the chest rising as you inhale and softly falling as you exhale. Make sure you relax your jaw and all the muscles of your face. Soften the shoulders. Maybe you can wiggle them a little bit. Feel the weight of your arms naturally falling on the laps and relax up to the fingertips. Observe the weight of the body through the sit bones. Find a gentle lift in your heart so you grow the spine tall. Imagining that you have sandbags on your thighs, pushing them towards the earth. So you can relax the legs up to the toes. And here you can set an intention for your practice today. To anchor your intention, we'll take together 3 deep breaths. You can start by exhaling all the air. Now inhale deeply. Fill your lungs with air. Feel the ribcage expand, the collarbones. Open the mouth and fully exhale. Feel the ribcage softening. The navel goes towards the spine. And again. Inhale deeply. Fill the air with the lungs with air. Ribcage opens. The air goes to collarbones. You hold it at the top, maybe for a beat, and then you fully exhale. And when you exhale all the air, and you gently squeeze the navel to the spine. One last time, the deepest inhale you can, feeling all the energy in the body, all the goodness. And as you exhale, you release, and you can release anything that doesn't serve you on your mat today. Now come back to a natural and simple breath. Place your hands in front of your heart in the prayer position. Now rub the palms together with energy to create some heat. Cup the palms in front of the eyes, and here feel that energy you've created. Feel some vibrations. You can blink the eyes open, spread the fingers, and release. Alright, welcome. Now, bring the soles of the feet together for Balakonasana. I'm learning my Sanskrit word that I don't know well, I must admit, butterfly pose. And maybe if you put your hands back, you can bring the hips or the pelvic floor a little bit closer to the heels. That's up to you. Now just here, grab your toes. You can really wrap your hands around the toes. Open the chest. And with a flat back and bringing your chin forward, you fold here. You press the knee towards the floor, and the idea is to bring the navel towards the heels. I know it's not physically really possible unless you are super flexible. But what you want to keep is a flat back, shoulders away from the ears, and by lifting the chin, you're not tempted to round the neck. Soft breathing here. One more full breath. And on your inhale, you can softly release. Good. Now I'm going to turn, but you stay where you are. Actually, no, stay here. And you can extend the right leg forward and activate the foot, all right? And the left heel is in the crease of the right thigh. Make sure that your torso is facing the leg that is extended, and that the left knee is dropping to the side. Now bring your hands alongside the body, press on the fingertips to lift the chest forward. Now tuck the belly in, inhale, open the arm, lift the arms towards the ceiling, gaze towards the hands. And as you exhale with a flat back, lifting the chin and the heart, again fold forward. You can keep a bend in the knee, we are only warming up the back of the legs. When you inhale, you lengthen your spine. Imagine that there is a string pulling you forward. And as you exhale, you can deepen your bend forward. Slow breathing here. Be kind to yourself, and the kinder you are to yourself, the kinder you'll be with the world around you. So really practice kindness here with the body. Now, tucking the belly in, inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, release. And you stay exactly where you are. I'm the only one moving. Now, bring the left hand right behind you. And bring the right hand on the left knee or on the left thigh. See where your hands reach. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, you twist over the back shoulder. Every time you inhale, you want to elongate the spine, reach the crown of the head towards the sky or the ceiling. And as you exhale, you deepen your twist. Deep, slow, mindful breathing. Now take a big inhale. And as you exhale, untwist and release. All right, and now we can change. You can extend the left leg forward, bring the right heel in the crease of the left thigh. Adjust the position, so make sure that you're not going this way. Make sure that you're really facing the left leg. Activate the foot, we don't want to have a spaghetti leg. Hands to the side, gently press on the fingertips to lift the chest. Now on an inhale, reach the arm up, tuck the belly in, and as you exhale, leading with the chin and with the heart, fold forward over the left leg. The hands come wherever they can. You just don't want to have them hanging here in the vacuum. As you inhale, you lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, you can deepen the twist. Don't round the upper back, don't round the shoulders. Keep a really tall spine and a flat back. A few more breaths here. If you need to keep a bend in the knee, please keep a bend in the knee. Listen to what the body has to say. And again, be kind. Kindness today, lots of kindness. Now tuck the belly in. Inhale, lift the arms up, use the core. And as you exhale, release the hands down. Now the right hand comes behind you and the left hand comes on the knee. Or on the thigh, see where you are. Inhale, open. And as you exhale, press on the knee and twist towards the back shoulder. When you inhale, you lengthen the spine. And when you exhale, you have a little bit more space to twist. Release the shoulders away from the ears, soften the neck, soften the gaze, relax the jaw. Now take a big breath in, exhale and twist and release. Alright, good. And now since we are here, stay where you are, why not take a boat pose? We do love boat pose. So bend the knees so the knees are pointing up. Slide the hands behind the thighs. Hinge back. Don't be here. Okay, lift, shoulders down. A proud and elegant posture. And now hinge back. Lift the calf muscles off the floor and gaze past the toes. You can stay here supporting the thighs. We are only warming up. Or you can extend the arms forward. With the palms slightly turned up, squeeze the navel to the spine. Soft gaze forward. Again, relax the jaw, relax the neck. If you want to experiment, you can straighten the legs, but you don't have to. You can stay where you are. A couple more breaths here. Now take a big inhale, and as you exhale, release the legs down. Good. And from here, let's come to a tabletop position. So you know the alignment. You want to have the wrist under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, and your feet are flat. And if you gaze like this, you shouldn't be able to see your feet. Good. Now we'll just take 3 rounds of cat-cows to warm up the spine. So open the hands wide, press the knuckles down. Gaze at the front edge of the mat. On an inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, lift the heart, and gaze up. As you exhale, you tuck the tailbone, you round the upper back, you firmly press the floor away from you, and you tuck the chin in. And again, as you inhale, round the back slowly, mindfully, send the heart forward and the gaze forward. Tailbone is lifted. And as you exhale, pressing firmly on the hands, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, and squeeze the navel to the spine. And one last time. Inhale, arch the back, lift the tailbone, lift the heart, gaze forward or up, and slowly exhale, round the upper back. And come back to a neutral spine. Alright. From here, you can gently lean on the left knee, so you can, on the left knee, that's what I'm saying, so you can release the right leg and bring the right foot forward. Good. You don't want to have the knee past the ankle, so you might want to have the foot a little bit more forward. You can tuck the toes if you want, or you can keep the foot flat on the floor. Now lift the chest and interlace the hands on top of the right knee. Release the shoulders down. Lengthen the tailbone forward. Bring the right hip back and the left hip forward. Gaze forward, release the shoulders away from the ears, and gently sink the hips down, releasing a lot of tension here, a lot of stress. So you can stay with the hands on the knees, or you can bring your hands in a fist and you can inhale your arms up above the head, but release the shoulders. Now point the index if you want towards the ceiling. And now very gently, you can find a mild back bend, bringing the index fingers towards the back of the mat and sending the heart forward. Now, inhale here. Wherever you are, bring the hands back on the mat, framing the right foot. Again, lean on the left knee so you can bring the right knee back to a tabletop position. All right. And now we do that on the other side. Lean on the right knee so you can lift the left foot while the left leg off the floor, bring the left foot forward. Adjust your position, make sure that the knee doesn't go past the ankle, and actually the knee should be over the ankle. You can tuck the toes of the right foot if you wish to. Now lift the torso and interlace the finger over the left knee. Bring your left hip back and your right hip forward. Lengthen the tailbone down. Don't be here. Be here. Open chest, shoulders away from the ears. You can squeeze the right glute so you protect the lower back and sink down here. Use the breath to sink down. You can visualize all the stress, the tension, releasing down the earth, being absorbed by the earth. Now you can stay here or you can make a fist with your hands. Inhale the arms up above the head, release the shoulders down. Point the index towards the sky or the ceiling. And softly here, if you want to, it's optional, you can find a gentle back bend. Sending the fingertips towards the back of the mat, the heart forward towards the ceiling, up. Most importantly, keep breathing. Now inhale deeply. Wherever you are, bring the hands back on the floor. Lean on the right knee so you can bring the left knee back here. Now we find an extended child's pose. So join the big toes and open the knees out as wide as the mat. And bring your hips to the heels, extend the arms forward and press the forehead on the floor. You really want to extend the arms as far forward as you can and press on the knuckles so you bring the hips towards the heels. Strong arms, but release the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe deeply here with kindness to the body, to the mind, to yourself. Now one more full breath here. On your next inhale, press on the hands, find a tabletop position. Tuck the toes under, and from this tabletop position, we'll go straight to a downward dog. So spread the fingers wide, correct your position. Now lift the hips up and back and find your first down dog of this session, maybe not of today. So please, by all means, lift the heels, bend the knees, shift the hips from one side to the other. Find a bit of movement in this downward dog. Releasing any tension in the hamstrings, stretching the spine. Alright, and then you can come to stillness. And let's find for a moment a wide dog. So open the feet to the side, maybe as wide as the mat. So we have a bigger stance with the feet. And here I want you to sink the chest low, and you can maybe find a little bounce here if you want it. If the heels don't go to the floor, it's fine. Maybe not yet, maybe not today, maybe not this week. It's not a big deal. Everyone has a different practice. Now bring the feet back to hip distance apart. Gaze forward, and to the best of your ability, with straight leg or maybe a soft bend in the knees, walk the feet forward. Forward to the front of the mat. When you reach the front of the mat, you inhale with a long spine and a flat back. And as you exhale, you fall forward, and again you can keep a soft bend in the knees because we are only warming up. Now again, inhale, look halfway up. Maybe you want to press on the shins. Pause here for a moment. Bring your hands to your hips. Now press on the feet. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands alongside the body for your Tadasana mountain pose. Very well. So we will do, you can adjust your clothes if needed. Hop, hop, hop. Find your Tadasana mountain pose. So bring your big toes to touch. Gently separate the heels. Lift the kneecaps to have strong quads. Tailbone down and pelvis forward. Engage the core lightly. Roll the shoulders back and open the chest. Soft gaze forward. Relax the jaw, relax the neck. Bring your hands to your heart. Now on an inhale, raise your arms high above the head. And as you exhale, fall forward. You bring the chest over the thighs. Inhale with a flat back as we just did with a long spine. Now bend the knees, bring the hands on the floor, and with the right foot you make a big step back. Now bring the right knee on the floor. Inhale, lift the arms high. Open the chest towards the sky or the ceiling. Exhale, hands on the floor. Lift the right knee. Bring the left foot to meet the right foot for your high plank. Let's hold our high plank for 3. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the belly. 2, 1. Bring the knees on the floor. Now bend the elbows in, chin, chest on the floor. The butt is lifted. Slide the legs on the floor. Press on the pubic bone. Inhale and find a gentle cobra. Maybe your cobra is here. Maybe your cobra is there. It depends on the body and on the practice. So be gentle with yourself again. Soft gaze forward. Squeeze the glutes. Now tuck the toes, press on the hands, maybe use the knees, come back to a downward dog position. Take 3 breaths here. Pressing the floor away from you, lifting the tailbone up and back, rotating the shoulders outwards, and tuck the chin so you can gaze towards the knees and you don't hold tension in the neck. Now on your next inhale, lift the right leg high, sweep the toes towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, right foot forward at the front of the mat. Pause here for a moment. Bring the left knee on the floor. Inhale, lift your arms up. Lift the heart towards the ceiling or the sky. Exhale, hands on the mat. Lift the left knee off the floor. Press on the right foot so you can bring the left foot at the front of the mat and fall forward, Uttanasana. Now press on the feet, inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to the heart and release. That was one half. Now we do that on the left side. Bring your hands to your heart, find your mountain pose, feel yourself connected to the ground. Now inhale, lift the arms high. And as you exhale, fall forward, Uttanasana. Inhale halfway, long spine. Bend the knees, bring the hands on the floor. Left foot steps back. Bring the left knee on the floor. Inhale, lift the arms high for your low lunge. Bring the heart up towards the sky or the ceiling. And as you exhale, hands on the floor. Lift the left knee off the floor. Right foot meet the left foot for a high plank. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, strong legs. Everything is strong in a high plank. Now bring the knees on the floor. Shift the weight forward. Bend the elbows in. Chin, chest on the floor. The butt is towards the sky or the ceiling. Slide the legs on the floor. Press on the hands. Inhale, find a cobra. Maybe you are in a little bit of a higher cobra now. Release the shoulders away from the ear. I can see some of you being here. I don't want that. Shoulders down, heart forward. Now tuck the toes, use the knees if necessary, and push back to a downward dog. 3 breaths here. Observe any subtle sensation or movement in the body or the mind. And in a yoga practice, you don't want to listen to the mind. You only want to listen to the body. If the mind says you can't, well, it's not true you can. Now on your next inhale, sweep the left toes towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, left foot forward, front of the mat. Bring the right knee on the floor. Inhale, lift the arm, lift the heart. Shoulders down. Exhale, hands on the floor. Lift the right knee off the floor. Find your runner's lunge. Press on the left foot so you can bring the right foot forward and fall at the front of the mat. Press on the feet. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. And release. Alright, very nice. Good. Adjust your clothes. Have a sip of your water if you need a sip of water. Now open your feet a little bit wider. So I would say that hips distance apart. Alright? Lift the toes and then bring the toes back on the floor from the pinky so you should see the color of the mat between the toes. Pelvis forward, tailbone down. Bring the hands on the hips. Now roll the shoulders back, gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades. Inhale here, looking up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, you hinge from the hips and you fold forward over the legs. So the idea is to bring the belly on the legs and not the nose on the knees. Now release the hands, and with your peace fingers, so the middle and the index, make a hook and grab your big toe. As you inhale, you lift the spine halfway up. And as you exhale, you send the elbows to the side and you sink the chest towards the thighs. And you can here gaze towards the knees. Keep a long spine. Make sure you can say yes and no with the head so you don't hold any tension in the neck. When you inhale, you can lengthen the spine, and when you exhale, you can fall a little deeper. The weight is more towards the balls of the feet. The tailbone is lifted up, and you should feel a nice stretch in the lower back. Now inhale, look halfway up. Release the big toe. Bring the hands on the hips again. Inhale all the way up, pressing on the feet. And exhale to release. Alright, now bring the hands behind the body, interlace the fingers, press the knuckles down, squeeze the shoulder blades, inhale to look up. And as you exhale, you slightly bend the knees, you bow forward, bring the chest on the thighs, and the arm go above the head. And if you can, you keep the heels of the hands together. So we have a nicer opening of the shoulders. And same thing, the weight is towards the balls of the feet, not towards the heels. Lift the tailbone up and high, squeeze the belly so you have more space to bring the chest to the thighs. Make sure you can say yes and no with the head. Now on your next inhale, press on the feet, rise up. The hands release, travel all the way to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart. And release down. Good, very nice. All right, now with your left foot, you make a big step back. Whoopsie daisy. So let's check your alignment. So in a Hatha class, we have a little bit more time to check the alignment. Imagine you have a line that separates the mat in two. All right. You want to have the back foot in the middle of the line. So the arch of the foot is, the line is separated your foot in two. Now the front foot is straight in the middle of the line. So what I want you to have here is the front heel aligned with the arch, with the middle of the arch of the back foot. It's not an exact science, but that's basically what we want to have. Now your hips are open. So the whole torso and the whole hips are open. Now, bring your arms to the side, parallel to the floor. Good. Release the shoulders down. Now, turn the head so you can gaze at your right middle finger. And now bend the right knee. And that is warrior two. Good. You might have to adjust the stance of the feet so you have the thigh parallel to the floor. The knee is right above the ankle. We might have a tendency to bring the right knee in, but you don't want that. You want to press the right knee away from you. Soft gaze forward, a strong arm, strong core, and strong legs. Press on the outer edge of the back foot. Find your breath. Lift the chest. Bring the pelvis forward and the tailbone down. And softly breathe. Relax the jaw, relax the forehead. Now revolve the front palm, and here only the torso will move, so the legs stay exactly where they are. Inhale, and as you exhale, the left hand goes on the left thigh or the back of the thigh. You inhale and you bring the right arm up and back, and you gaze towards the right thumb. See if you can find a deeper bend in the front knee. Use the core to lift the chest. Now, inhale here. As you exhale, back to warrior two. Only the torso moves. Hands parallel to the floor. All right. Now, bend the elbow. Bring the right elbow on top of the right thigh. And now lift the right arm up. And here, make sure that your shoulders are stacked. So we don't have the arm here or here. The shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Imagine you want to bring the belly to face the ceiling, so you roll the chest open. Bring the right hip forward. Gaze towards the ceiling or gaze down, wherever you are today. Keep pressing on the other edge of the back foot. Now one more big breath in and exhale. And on your next inhale, press on the feet back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg and release the hands. Good. And now, rather than doing a vinyasa, we do the same thing but on the other side. So the right foot becomes the back foot, so turn the right foot in. Bring the left foot towards the front, the other side of the mat. So we have just changed the position of our feet here. And nothing else is moved. Correct your alignment. The left foot is in the midline, and the middle of the right foot is divided in two. Open the hips to the side, so the whole torso is facing your computer screen, I would imagine. Arms extended. Now gaze towards the left fingertips. And now bend the left knee and find your warrior two on this side. Squeeze the right glute, bring your hips forward and your pelvis down. Shoulders away from the ear. Soft gaze forward, but strong arms, strong core, strong legs. Peaceful warrior. You can breathe here. Make sure that the left knee is towards the left, so you should see your left big toe, at least this one. Every time you exhale, maybe you can deepen the pose a little bit. Make sure that the knee doesn't go past the ankle. Now revolve the front palm, and again, without moving anything else, we go to reverse warrior. So inhale, as you exhale, lift the left arm up and back, right hand on the back of the right thigh, or the right calf muscle. Look towards the left hand, sink deeper in that left knee. Feel a very nice stretch in the left side. Use the core so you don't collapse the chest. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, back to warrior two. Settle here for a moment. Now bend the left elbow, bring the left elbow on top of the left knee. Bring the right arm up. And here, stack the shoulders, bring the hips forward. Imagine you want to bring the belly button facing the ceiling. Feel a nice stretch in the inner thigh. Breathe deeply, releasing the shoulders away from the ears, relaxing the jaw. A couple more breaths here. Now on your next inhale, press on the feet, come back to warrior two. Extend the front leg, release the hands to the side. And now bring your feet parallel to one another. So you move your feet parallel. You can keep a very wide stance in your feet. And you can actually turn the toes slightly inward, all right? Now bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Press the knuckles down, open the chest towards the ceiling, take a big inhale, and as you exhale, hinging from the hips, we fall forward, the same way we did at the front of the mat. Crown of the head wants to reach towards the floor. The weight is more towards the balls of the feet, and if you can, keep the soles of the heels of the hands together, Relax the shoulders, relax the neck, make sure you can say yes and no with the head. Tailbone is lifted high. This is called standing straddle split. Now on your next inhale, press on the feet. Inhale to lift the torso. And exhale to release. Good. Now stay with the legs as they are and bring the hands to the hips. Inhale to open the chest towards the ceiling. You can find a gentle back bend here. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips and fall forward. You lead with the heart. You bring the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And now you can release the palm of the hands on the floor. Align with the feet. As you inhale, you lift the chest halfway up, pressing on the floor. And as you exhale, press on the floor to pull yourself down, bringing the crown of the head towards the floor. Keep the shoulders far away from the ears. The weight is more towards the balls of the feet again. Now as you inhale, look halfway up. Bring the hands back on the hips and slowly rise up. And release. Good. Now you can slightly shorten the stance of your feet. And now you bring the toes outward. So the heels are slightly in. Well, more than slightly. The heels are in and the toes are out. Bring your hands on your thighs. And now bend the knees to the side. And you can actually have the fingers pointing in and the thumb on the outside of the thigh. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Bring the pelvis forward and lengthen the tailbone down. Sink low. It might burn a little bit in the glute, but it's good burn. Very good burn. Now take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, you sink the right shoulders down and you gaze up towards the left. Inhale in the center. And as you exhale, sink the left shoulders down, gaze up towards the right. Inhale, center. Now, bring your hands high towards the ceiling. Keep sinking low here. Now take a big breath in, and as you exhale, release. Woo. And you can wiggle the legs to the best of your ability. And we have one more thing to do in this position. Extend the arms to the side now. And again, sink low, bend the knees out. Good. So you know your eagle arm, right? So now bring the left arm forward, the right arm underneath, bend the elbows, point the fingertips towards the ceiling and find your eagle arms. If it's not possible, you can just grab the elbows. Lift the fingertips towards the ceiling. We take one big breath here. Now inhale. Exhale, release the arms to the side. Straighten the legs, bring the arms up to release. Woo, I can feel the burn. And we have to do that on the other side. Sink low. Good. Right arm forward. Left arm underneath, bend the elbows, point the fingertips towards the ceiling, join the hands, or grab the elbows. Bring the fingertips towards the ceiling, lift the elbows. One more breath. Inhale, exhale, release the arms, inhale all the way up, release the arms, and hop back to the front of the mat, and wiggle, 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 woohoo! All right, that burned a little bit. It was a gentle yoga, but it was a bit of burning yoga. All right, and now we will work our way down. So find your mountain pose again. Roll the shoulders back, hands to the heart. Catch your breath. Now inhale, lift the arms above the head. And as you exhale, fall forward. Inhale with a flat back. Now bend the knees, bring the hands on the floor and find your high plank. And in this high plank, I want you to squeeze the feet together. Because from this high plank, we'll take a side plank, but I'll give you variation. So you're going to lean on the right hand and roll on the other edge of the right foot. and bump your hips forward. So you can either stagger your feet, or maybe you can bring the right knee on the floor, which is absolutely fine, all right? And now lift the left arm up towards the ceiling or the sky. Your arms are stacked. You bump the hips up, so you want to squeeze the belly in and up, the navel in and up, I mean. You can gaze up towards the left thumb, or you can gaze forward, or you gaze down. See what your neck allows you to do. Whoopsie. Now take a big breath in. As you exhale, roll back to a high plank. Catch your breath. Now, make sure that the wrists are right underneath the elbows. Now, lean on the left hand, roll on the outer edge of the left foot. Lift the right arm up, and again, take your variation with the knee on the floor or with the feet staggered or stacked. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Gaze towards the right thumb or gaze down. Bump the hips towards the ceiling. Inhale here. As you exhale, find your high plank. And from here, we'll take a variation of, upward dog. So sink the belly down and the hips down. Find an arch in the back and lift the heart. And we keep the toes tucked. You really want to press on your hands to lift the heart forward. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, press the hips up and back and find your downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here, observing how this downward dog is much easier than the first one. Observe any subtle movements, any physical sensations. Now bring your knees on the floor and find a quick child's pose here. Bring the hips back. You can even bring the hands towards the feet if that feels better for you. Take any variation of child's pose that you want. Maybe you even want to bring the hands on the back and clasp opposite elbows. Anything you want here is good. Now, wherever you are in your child's pose, bring the hands forward. Come back onto a tabletop position. Cross your ankles. Bring your hips back and shift the legs forward. Very nice. Good. Again, you can grab maybe like the muscle of the butt to really feel a nice anchor through the sit bones. Here we'll do a forward fold. So what you can first be mindful of is to activate the feet and the legs. So bring the toes towards you and press the heels forward. Strong quads. Bring the hands to the side. Press on the hands to open the chest. As you inhale, lift the arms up above the head. And as you exhale, fold over the legs. Keep in mind that you want to bring the belly on the chest on the belly and not the nose on the knees. That's not the objective here. So wherever you are along spine, you can gaze past the toes, or you can gaze towards the knees, whatever is more comfortable for you. When you inhale, you reach the crown of the head forward, and when you exhale, you might have a little bit more space to fold. Deep breathing here. Observe the chest, the upper back expanding as you breathe in. Two more deep breaths here. Now on your next inhale, lift the arms up above the head. And as you exhale, release, hands on the thighs. Good. Now, bring your hips forward, so make sure you have enough space behind you to go on the back. Extend the arms forward, And with control, release the back on the floor, vertebra by vertebra, very gently. You don't want to slam the back on the floor. It's not very elegant. Good. And here, give yourself a big hug, bring the knees to the chest, and you can roll on the spine from side to side. Really hug yourself tight, so you can really have a nice release of the hip flexors here. Alright, and now plant the feet on the floor. We'll take 2 bridge pose, one regular one I would say, and one with a chest expansion. So make sure that your spine, your back is flat on the floor, tailbone, spine, neck and head aligned. Now make sure you can touch the heels with the fingertips. Press on your hands, press on your feet. Inhale, lift your bum off the floor, bring the hips towards the ceiling. And let's just stay here for 3 breaths. Bring the chin away from the chest. Squeeze the glute. Press on the feet. Use the core. Slow, deep breathing. It burns, but it's only the energy flowing. Remember to be kind with yourself. Now take a big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower down and rolling the spine on the mat. Rest here for a moment before we do our second bridge with the chest expansion. Now on your next inhale, press on the feet, press on the hand, lift the bum off the floor, bring the hips towards the ceiling. Now interlace the fingers behind the back and press the hands on the floor. Roll under the other edge of the shoulders so you can lift the hips a little higher. Keep pressing on the heels to lift the hips, and imagine you have a block between the thighs that you want to squeeze there. Chin away from the chest, glutes and belly strong. Relax the jaw though. One more full breath. Now take a big breath in. As you exhale, release the shoulders, release the hands, unroll the spine on the mat. Bring the knees to the chest and give yourself a big warm hug. And again, you can massage the back from side to side. Now come back to the center. Keep the knees where they are. And really use the core to keep the knees to the chest and extend the arms alongside the body so the palms are aligned with the shoulders and they are facing the floor. Now inhale here, and as you exhale, bring the knees to the right and gaze to the left for a twist. Keep the shoulders on the floor, and you can bring the right hand on top of the knee so you maintain the knee to the floor. Relax the shoulders to the floor. Deep breathing here. Now tuck the belly in, use the core. Release the knees, bring your knees up on an inhale to the center. And as you exhale, you bring the knees to the left, you gaze to the right. And maybe you can hold the right knee with the left hand. Keep the shoulders on the floor, but soften the shoulders, soften the jaw, soften the forehead. One more full breath. Now use the core, so on your next inhale you can lift the knees to the chest, wrap your arms around the knees, and here lift the shoulders off the floor so you can bring the nose towards the knee, squeeze yourself as much as you can, lift the tailbone and the lower back, lift the upper back, create as much tension as you can in this pose. You can clench the jaw, you can squeeze the forehead, squeeze the feet, the glutes, tense, 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 tense as much as you can. Lots of tension. Why? Because the more tense you are, the more relaxed you'll be in Shavasana. Now inhale and exhale, release in Shavasana. Ooh, that feels good. Extend the legs forward, feet dropping to the side, arms extended, slightly separated from the rest of the body with the palm facing up. And surrender. Surrender to your practice, surrender in Shavasana, the corpse pose. And you can start by taking a big breath in and exhale. Take another big breath in and exhale. Now come to a gentle and natural breath. And allow yourself and allow your body and your mind to be fully relaxed. Allow yourself to find stillness, stillness in the body and stillness in the mind. Let Shavasana be a wonderful transition between your yoga practice and whatever comes next. Relax every cell in the body. Relax every part of the body, every muscle. Relax the skull. And when we find stillness, it's always interesting to notice where our thoughts go and what is actually really on our mind. So if you find your mind drifting away, notice the thoughts. Don't hold on to them, just notice. And gently come back to the breath without any judgment, and again with a lot of kindness. Know that you are fully supported by the floor, fully supported by the earth. And you can just breathe here gently, knowing that there is nothing to do and nowhere to be but here and now. And now you can gently bring your awareness back to the space where you are. Back to the room or the outdoor space. Observe the weight of the body on the floor, completely still and relaxed. And you can start to awaken the body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Finding movement again. You can move the head from one side to the other very gently. You can extend the arms behind the head and you can stretch. You can take a deep inhale and you can yawn. And when you're ready, you can bring your knees to the chest. And you can roll on the left side, the side of the heart. Finding a fetal position here for a moment. It's a good time to come back to the intention you set at the beginning of your practice. And now very gently you can come back to a seated position with your legs crossed and your eyes closed. Let the flow of the breath go back to a vertical position from the roots to the crown and the crown to the root. You can bring a gentle smile on your face. You can place your hands in front of your heart. You can take a moment here to thank your amazing, strong and beautiful body for allowing you to do yoga today and for taking you places. And you can thank yourself for making the time to be on your mat, taking care of your body, your mind and your soul. And now to close our time together, we'll chant the peace mantra Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can start by exhaling all the air. Now inhale deeply to chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Inhale and exhale. May there be peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you for joining my practice, beautiful yogis. I really hope you enjoyed this class, and if so, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. Even if you didn't, I can only learn and grow. And keep practicing kindness to yourself and to others, and I will see you next time on your mat. Bye. Oh, and have lots of water now. Lots of water. Bye.